the components of food. You know, as we discussed, what is growing food, growth food, food that gives us growth? That is basically protein. Protein, correct? Neela, do you want to reply what are proteins and how it helps us in growth? Please do.
Ma'am, protein is also called as bodybuilding food because it builds new cells. Proteins food we should eat and it helps it growth. And
okay, now okay.
Ma'am, proteins also replace old and damaged cells.
Correct, you're right, Viva. Proteins are basically known as the building blocks of our body, right? This is, our body would not have existed if we did not have protein in our food, because I'm sure you must have studied in your earlier classes that our body is made out of millions and billions and trillions of tiny cells. Each and every cell has to grow in. There is, daily basis, there is a lot of injury happening. There's a lot of, wear out happening, lot of damage happening. So these has to be repaired. We can't see this with our, naked eyes, but all these things needs to be repaired. And Vivan has very rightly said that proteins are the building blocks. So they help in the repair and the damage, building, helping the damage. They help in the repair of the cells. They help in growth and repair of the cells. Correct, Neha? Cells together form an tissue. Tissues together form an organ.
Ma'am?
Yes, Sahib, tell me.
Ma'am, the work also, protein also, most proteins like milk, mostly they attack, like they work on our internal organs.
Yes, because anything that is made out of cells, that requires protein. If you do not have proper protein, children will not grow properly. They will not be tall. They will remain short. If you do not have protein, you will not have good skin, you will not have good hair, you will not have good muscles. Because all these things need a lot of protein. Matlab a lot. When I say a lot, matlab a lot of protein. Especially children need to have a lot of protein. Yeah. So this protein, I hope it's clear, it helps in growth. Growth of height, growth of cells, growth of tissues, growth of organs, growth of everything. Right? If we do not have protein, we will not grow, correct? You want to answer why carbohydrates and fats and how rather they give us energy?
ma'am, because the foods give us energy, the carbohydrate foods and fats of foods give us energy, and we should not eat too much of fats. It will cause obesity. And
To answer, how do you think carbohydrates and fats give us energy?
and they are known as energy giving food. And
what are the kinds of food that falls under the category of carbohydrates?
bread, wheat.
Correct. Very good. Yes, these are examples of carbohydrate. Nihara, hi, welcome to the class. Nihara, we have just Nihara joining in now. Nihara, do you want to introduce yourself, or she's just again gone offline now? Okay. Now, okay, Sahib, you want to complete. You wanted to answer this for a very long time, so
Yes.
please answer. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, carbohydrates and fats we should not eat that much, as they are examples of oily food and it can cause obesity. But it gives energy to us, as when we are not having anything and we are tired. So a little energy is needed. We get a little energy from carbohydrates.
Good,
And
good,
fats.
correct. Good, correct. The thing is that, you have answered it correctly, Sahib. Okay, now Pragya just answered. I'm asking again and again, energy. I'm talking about the energy part.
What is energy?
The energy part, how are they giving us energy, right? And as many of you have already studied and already are aware that carbohydrate kind of foods are there, like, we have bread, we have roti, we have potato, right? We have pizza, pasta. These are all rich in carb. Going on to the next portion, food that keeps us healthy, So which are the food that keeps us healthy? Vitamins and minerals. Basically, vitamins and minerals keeps us healthy. Now, I want to ask Vivan. Vivan, tell me, how do vitamins and minerals keep us healthy? And which are the kinds of food?
Ma'am, vitamins and minerals keep us healthy by protecting us from various diseases. They have some special elements that fight all the diseases like viruses.
Not only viruses, it's also any kind of diseases. It could be bacterial, it could be because related to any kind of malnutrition, any deficiencies, any kind of diseases. Correct, well said, very good.
Okay,
And
thank
can
you.
you also, Vivan, can you also name a few vitamins?
Ma'am, vitamin A, B1, B2, B3, B12, vitamin K, vitamin D.
Very good. Thank you, Vivan. Okay. Now, next we are talking about water and roughage. The reason why I'm asking all of you one by one is that most of you have studied about all these in your earlier classes, class, 4 and 5. So, that's the reason why all of you are aware of it. Now, tell me one thing, water, how is water important to us? Why do we need to have water in our food?
Ma'am, we need to drink water because it purifies our body and 70% of our body is covered with water.
Our body, correct. 2/3 of our body is made out of water. So just imagine if we are just sweating and sweating and not drinking enough water, what will happen? Our body will be completely dehydrated, right? It will not only lose water, along with water, it will lose a lot of salts and electrolytes as well. So we need to continuously replenish our body with water. That's the reason they say every 1 hour or every 2 hours, you should continuously keep on having water. Correct. Now coming to one very important factor, that is roughage. Fawaz, do you want to take up this portion, roughage? What do you mean by roughage, Fawaz, and why should we have it in our food? Yeah. Okay. Now, yeah, Neha.
Mom, can I tell the answer?
Neha, tell me. Neha, what is
Ma'am,
roughage?
roughage means the fibers contained in our food. For example, our uh, banana plant and all, we have one thing like it's flour. We use it to make food items. It contains a lot of roughage.
Mm-hmm. Correct. So roughage is basically, the bulk. For example, I can give you green leafy vegetables. Green leafy vegetables have got a lot of roughage. These are basically received from plants. The cell wall of the plant cell wall are basically roughage that helps in the intestinal gut
You
flora.
can repeat your question.
Nirbhay, I was discussing about roughage. Roughage is basically fibers, dietary fibers. I'll give you
Ma'am,
one
it
more
also
example.
helps in bowel movement.
It also helps in bowel movement. That exactly. Yes, Neha, fibers and roughage, dietary fibers, roughage are all the same thing. I'll give you one more classic example. If you make, orange juice out of orange, you normally strain out the juice, you only have the juice. And there are certain pulp, which many a times people don't have. So that is where the roughage lies. You must have that roughage part also. Correct. So roughage basically adds up bulk to the food. That is the reason why you have clear bubble every day, and also it helps in the gut flora. Okay.